So I find myself in a season of connections that don't contain limerence. So limerence is the excited feeling you get when you meet someone or you're getting to know someone, that excess dopamine that just makes you excited to see them, to engage with them. It's like the falling in love feeling or the giddy butterflies in your stomach type sensation. So I don't feel that, and it's a blessing. Because one thing I know about myself is that I've learned, is that when I am in a state of limerence, I'm feeling limerence with someone, it becomes really hard to stay focused and grounded in what is authentic to me. I get so excited and like enraptured in that feeling that almost anything would feel good, or almost anything would seem like a good idea. I would be open to, doing all kinds of new things or considering all kinds of new ideas, because it's the person, like it's being in connection with that person that feels so good that like whatever they bring with them would be okay. And that's not like 100%. So I do have like really clear lines in some areas. I'm not saying that I would do anything. No. I'm just saying that I will consider things that I hadn't considered before, because the haze of all those good feelings kind of overwhelms my like hard no most of the time. I'm a pretty open person anyway. Like I'm pretty flexible, I'm pretty curious. So like when people bring new concepts, I want to explore them. Like I don't see that as a bad thing, but what it means is that people can get the wrong idea. They might think that things that are true to them are true to me, because I'm agreeing or I'm going along with them, or I don't have a hard no or a hard rejection to it. And then also, it's hard for me to stay grounded, and even though something's not a hard no, it might be something I don't like. I might feel neutral about it, if I'm 100% authentic to myself. So then I wind up in, moments where I'm engaging in something, whether it's a thought process or an activity that I feel pretty neutral about, but the other person feels like I'm really into it, or I completely agree. And that becomes challenging to navigate, and it's challenging to navigate within myself. So it's definitely challenging to navigate within the connection. So, this space that I'm in right now, I noticed that there is a lack of limerence. That doesn't mean that the connections aren't valuable, and they are. But I am clear-headed. Like, it's so much easier to communicate authentically and to allow people to get to know me in my most authentic way, because there's no emotional haze. Now, mind you, that emotional haze, it feels good, right? Like I would like to feel that in the future, and I think it's coming. I just know that I need to get better at this skill of remaining authentic, communicating my most authentic self all the time. And so this space that I'm in is allowing me to practice that. I don't have a high investment. There's no relationship developing. There's no talk of relationship developing. It's just spending time with people. It's just engaging in activities we enjoy doing together. Exchanging thoughts and ideas that feel good, but there's no haze, and I am clear. And I believe and I hope, I feel that as I get more comfortable and more proficient in this skill, I will be open and I will invite connections or growth in connections that involve limerence. Because at that point, it won't throw me off as much. So I see the long game. But I am grateful for where I'm at right now. It's a low stakes environment, and it means that I get to practice. And it feels really good, actually, to be able to just put all that to the side and just be. The friendships that develop in this space are great. And I'm really enjoying that. So I'm okay for now. And I'm glad to understand that about myself, that limerence becomes tricky for me. When I do experience it in the future with someone, I'll know, like, okay, we know. And one of the accountability mechanisms that I'm creating is like communicating with trusted friends my first impressions. Because I usually know early on what the quality of the connection will be, whether it be friend, romantic, whatever. And you can easily like talk your way or rationalize your way into going against your first impressions, especially once that limerence kicks in. So if I tell another human being, okay, I met this person, this is my first impression, these are the areas we're compatible, these are the areas we're not compatible, this is the area we have potential in, this is the area we don't have potential in. It's a clear-headed thought process. So if that changes down the road, like if a month or two goes by and all of a sudden I'm saying this person that could really only be a friend is like, I'm madly in love with them and da-da-da-da, you know, it just gives me a piece of like something to reflect back on, so I can be aware of my pattern. It's an accountability piece. So I look forward to the time when limerence becomes a part of my life again. I do. It's not today.